Right.
No. You rise to the occasion. Experience comes with age, and I've been hearing a lot about age, you know.
Now, and I finally get to check that off my list, and I knew this was going to be a big fight. The build up for this is huge. The press conferences are entertaining. It's a spectacle.
With only 17 days remaining until the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul showdown, tension continues to mount. Both fighters are pushing their limits as training peaks. Joshua focuses on sharpening power, timing, and footwork, while Jake endures grueling conditioning to stay competitive. Every session is crucial, and with each passing day, the intensity and anticipation surrounding the fight grow, making the countdown feel even heavier.
And I have nothing but love for him, but I'm going to knock him out respectfully, and we can hug and kiss afterwards. Specifically kiss.
Anthony Joshua's training camp ahead of his fight with Jake Paul is now in full swing, marking a major shift as he has changed camps. Having not fought since his knockout loss in September 2024 and subsequent elbow surgery, this camp carries added urgency. Under the guidance of Usyk's coaches, Joshua focuses on conditioning, technique drills, footwork, and ringcraft, aiming to enter the bout sharper and smarter. He admits the change is significant, pushing him harder than ever, both physically and mentally. Joshua is using this period to rebuild confidence, refine his strengths, and prepare for what could be a high-stakes comeback. His mornings start with intense ice baths, a regimen designed to strengthen his body, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. These freezing sessions keep his muscles fresh while boosting mental resilience, sharpening his focus to the demanding training sessions ahead. This strict routine underscores Joshua's commitment to being fully prepared for the fight. Every element of his camp is approached with discipline and intensity, demonstrating his determination to regain momentum, enhance his skills, and enter the ring ready to perform at the highest level, both physically and mentally. Anthony Joshua trains in an environment defined by discipline, precision, and constant refinement. Surrounded by experienced coaches who emphasize sharp technique and strategic awareness, he approaches every session with focus and purpose. His drills are designed to tighten offensive bursts while developing a defense that reacts instinctively. Coaches closely monitor his rhythm, footwork, and punch variation, encouraging him to move beyond old habits. Observers note his seriousness in responding to every correction, showing his commitment to improvement. Rather than relying solely on natural strength, Joshua works to master angles, distance, and counters. His movement becomes deliberate, smoothly transitioning between defensive slips and sharp counterpunch combinations. The camp fosters both physical and mental growth, sharpening his instincts and preparing him for the unpredictable moments that define elite heavyweight boxing. Each session strengthens not just his body, but his strategic and reactive capabilities in Eddie Hearn approaches the Joshua versus Jake Paul matchup with full awareness of its significance, understanding exactly how much depends on Joshua's performance. He stresses that the fight carries consequences far beyond mere bragging rights. Its outcome could shape the direction of the latter part of Joshua's career. Hearn is candid about the stakes, acknowledging that a loss here would raise serious questions about whether continuing at this level is worthwhile. Despite the gravity of the situation, Hearn remains confident in Joshua. He points to the disciplined work Joshua has committed to over recent months, which has rebuilt his focus and mental resilience. From conditioning drills to sparring routines, every aspect of his preparation has been approached as if a championship title were on the line. This belief is reinforced by reports from inside the camp, describing a fighter performing with composure, focus, and renewed determination. Even under immense pressure, Joshua pushes forward, embracing the challenge rather than shying away from it. Hearn's confidence rests on this combination of preparation, mindset, and unwavering dedication.
I think he's at that stage of his career where he's trying to rediscover a little bit of that confidence. He's got to Alexander Usyk, where we're hearing reports he's out there training with Usyk and the team, trying to pick up something, trying to rediscover something.
That's very strange, Paul.
It is, but it's not unheard of. I've heard of a lot of fighters doing that. You see fighters, obviously, it's the old Rocky movies years ago, but you see a fighter losing to someone, all of a sudden they go in the camp and they start training and do little bits together and become friends or whatever else. I think it'll do Joshua no harm to have him, but as you say, he's a little bit long in the tooth and he's a bit on the back nine rather than the front nine, where that experience would really come into play. But I'm just looking at his record here. He obviously after the Usyk fight, he'd come back and he had 3 fights and then the Ngannou demolition
Well, yeah,
job.
Jermaine Franklin, he had Robert Helene, he said Otto Wally, and he smashed Ngannou, which everyone went hallelujah for, right?
Yeah, but he's obviously not in like the boxrec rankings to see where he is. But the Dubois fight is a fight where what you've just said then, Spencer, like match him right. I felt he was match right with Dubois. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I was wrong on that and I was proved wrong, but I felt like Joshua would have and should have came through that, but he obviously didn't. So therefore, it's back to the drawing board, and where do you go from there? What do you do from there? Does he keep the same team around, and does he go and find someone new and try and adapt and add to his repertoire already? And this move at Usyk, I don't know what it'll be, but if he's fighting before Christmas, then he needs to get in shape quick because there's only 8 weeks to go, let's say.
Well, my understanding, he's in camp, he's in shape, and just looking to get out and get back to winning ways is my understanding. That's why they're talking about 8 rounders. Yeah. He wants to sort of go under the radar a little bit, and it's difficult for someone like Andy Joshua because he's such a commercial commodity.
He's always been in shape all the time, hasn't he? Yeah. He always will be in shape. He's never ever not been.
But it's not about his physical shape, is it? No one's ever questioned his physical state. Zach, when I was talking about Andy Joshua, and I know that the president of his fan club is here in Spencer, but I talked about the PTSD issue post various fights, whether it be the Alexander Usyk or the Daniel Dubois situation. But prior to Daniel Dubois, I always maintained that I felt that despite the performance against Jermaine Franklin, despite the performance against Robert Helenius, which had been blasted out by Deontay Wilder.
Concerned that you and AJ must retire if Jake Paul wins on December 19th. Stand by that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I suppose so. Shit, yeah. Look, I don't see a world where Jake Paul wins this fight. I know that boxing's boxing. And I mean, what was it? Roy Jones came out this morning and said Jake Paul can win this fight.
Teddy Atlas as well.
Teddy Atlas. Okay. All right, now I'm a bit worried. I won't retire. AJ should retire if he loses. No. No, I see AJ winning this fight with ease, comprehensively, destructively, violently, and I don't see a world where Jake Paul is competitive in the fight, let alone win the fight. But luckily, AJ's not preparing in a way that he just thinks it's a joke. He's preparing for Jake Paul like he's a world title contender. Yes, it's been a little bit of a shorter camp. Yes, we've got to make weight this time around, but it doesn't matter. We should just slide through this guy and bash him up and beat him up, and we should do it early doors.
Just lastly, you said as well that you told Nikisa that he was weighing 290 when you were negotiating. What impact did that have? Did you feel like they would have gone even lower if they knew he was weighing 265?
I don't think that when you're negotiating on a weight, there's not one promoter in the world that would tell the truth about what the weight of the fighter was. And Nikisa knows that anyway, so it wasn't like we were being clever, but they wanted him to come to 240. And it's just, don't forget, AJ's never made weight before. So all of a sudden, he's tried, he'd been in camp for, 2 or 3 weeks, and he's probably sitting at, 260, 265. And it's like, you got to make 240.
A major factor behind Joshua's confidence is the caliber of sparring partners in his camp. Footage shows him exchanging punches with elite heavyweights, each bringing unique challenges to the ring. Jared Anderson, known for his explosive power and relentless pace, forces Joshua to remain sharp defensively. Anderson tests every reaction and punishes slow movements, ensuring Joshua stays alert from the opening bell to the final second of each round. Frank Sanchez presents a different type of challenge with his technical, fluid style. His ability to slip punches, maintain balance, and move gracefully across the ring pushes Joshua to think quickly, adjust footwork, and approach exchanges with greater strategy. These sessions go beyond physical conditioning. They simulate high-level competition and scenarios Jake Paul has yet to experience. Facing such diverse opponents allows Joshua to develop a complete approach, focusing on timing, precision, and adaptability. By confronting a variety of styles, he hones the ability to shift tactics instantly, preparing him to respond effectively under pressure and maximize his performance in the ring.